Hi everyone, this is going to be the second video on Org-transclusion that I have been working on, and in this video I just wanted to quickly show you where the development is at. So first up, GitHub repo is up at this URL. If you want to inspect the source code, you can do so, or you can help me with finding defects and all sorts of issues and give me feedback by start test driving it. I mean, I have to tell you, this is still very early alpha, so I'm pretty sure there are a lot of hiccups and quirks, but it would be great if you start using and then start giving me feedback. So that's one thing. The second thing, let's talk about the current status of the function itself, right? So first up, it's real-time sync now. I have changed the internal working of how the transclusion copy, I'm going to show you on the left-hand side, and transclusion copy and transclusion source, how that works, and it's now real-time. And also, I'll show you, there's also overlay on the source side to indicate that this section is being transcluded somewhere else. And also, you can see undo is currently kind of working. There's a bit of a quirk, so I later talk about a bit of a quirk or issue, but undo is also working. So without further ado, I'm going to just show you how it works. I'm going to just activate transclusion. Right, so obviously the first link is not a Org-transclusion link, so the code skips it, and then the second one and third one. The second one refers to just the ID, Org ID, so it transcluded just this bit, right, just this element that Org ID refers to, and ignores the rest of the buffer. The last one, if you can see this here, is referencing the linking to the entire file, so it's going to bring in the entire buffer like that, right? So what you just notice, I think, is right on the right-hand side, the source side. You know, you also see the visual indication that it is being transcluded by somewhere. Internally, there's also a property that tells you exactly where it is being transcluded. At the moment, user doesn't see it. But anyway, so just to show you how that real-time sync works, it's real-time. It's nice, and it's kind of the same. So if I save it, internally, this section and also the second section, all the transcluded copy texts will be removed before the save through the hook. So the file in this file system doesn't contain any of the copied text, but only the link. Yeah, so that's how it works. And you can also edit here, and then behind the scene you don't see it, but this buffer is also being edited. Now, same thing if I just narrow the source down so that the transcluded element is not visible. It doesn't matter for transclusion. You know, you can still edit this bit, and if I come back to the source and then widen it and show you, so this bit is also behind the scene and synchronized. So this is beautiful, and if I save it, yeah, on the right hand side is also saved. So you know, I think it worked out quite well, and that's the real-time sync. And also, if you do undo, I'm sorry, if I do, let's say, edit this bit, so you can see this bit is being edited, but I can do undo, and undo, yeah, also gets reflected in the right hand side. Now, as you can see, so there's a bit of a quirk, right? So that's kind of leading to one of the bugs. So you can have undo, but you cannot do too much. What just happened here is that, you know, undo doesn't really carry the overlay. So the fact that overlay was there is kind of forgotten by the undo sequence. So now, you know, this bit, it used to be a transclusion, and also the other side here is, you know, used to be, but now this side has forgotten about the origin of the transclusion. So on this side, the source is now kind of orphaned Yeah, so I find it is a little, well, it's actually not good. And then, if I try to edit this, you get error, obviously, because this side of overlay expects the paired copy overlay, but it does not know. So it's the buffer is nil, so it kind of gives me the error. But as long as you be careful with this sort of side effect, it still works. And then I recognize it as a bug, so I'm working on to fix it. And at the moment, if you see this happen, at the moment, unfortunately, the only way to solve this problem is to sort of call this function manually and just evaluate this, right? And remove the overlay. Yeah, so it's inconvenient, but at the moment. And then, unfortunately, yeah, the link itself is lost. So I recognize it as a big problem, but I'm working on it. So if I wanted to bring it back, yeah, sorry, it's not ORTC anymore. Yeah, it's ORTC now. I changed the custom link to ORTC, Org-transclusion, and it's a variable, so you can change it to anything you like. At the moment, it's ORTC. Yeah, and yeah, this is how it works. And if I deactivate normally, yeah, then you can get the link back. But if you happen to have that situation where you have done too many undos, and then the source is now orphaned, then it's hard to retrieve the link back. I understand this is a problem, but that's how it works at the moment. Another thing I want to show you is, let me just activate, is so once, for instance, if you kind of, are happy syncing these two, but at some point you might want to actually separate this sort of pairing. In that case, you can invoke transclusion detach at point, and then this will safely detach the transclusion copy. And then, as you can see, this here, the original link is put back on without the OTC transclusion custom link. Yeah, so this way, now you're happy with the, your thesis or article using this, so that you want to kind of further edit it just on its own. In that case, you can just do that by detaching it. So it's a function that I've added. Yeah. So that's that. And another thing I have done is backup. So, you don't want to lose your notes. On this side, this is the transclusion notes, and then this should be very important. It's your work, intellect, outcome of hard work. So you don't want to lose it by just this sort of transclusion. So what I have done is, even if you have configured Emacs to disable backup file, I put it back on for the source transclusion. So I just show you. I think I can see it here. Now, see this target -3.org with the tilde at the end. So that's backup. And then I think if you use Doom, or probably with Spacemacs, I don't know how Spacemacs really works, but chances are that your frameworks kind of remove this facility to automatically add backup, or maybe it's somehow centralized in a .emacs directory somewhere under .local .cache or something like that. But at the moment, it kind of activates the backup facility of Emacs sort of standard way to add a little bit of assurance that you don't lose your work. Yeah, so that's the backup I've added. And then I have also, I'm not going to show technical details, but I have sort of changed how internal code works. So it's the purpose of this is to make it easy to add support for other types of links. So at the moment, I can only support a direct sort of relative file link in the form of OTC, like this. Yeah. So this is supported, and also I do support it, but nothing else. But from now on, I think it's going to be easy for me and also for some others, if you're interested, to add different link types. I'm trying to add at least the org mode way of link. Let's say, sort of this kind of way of adding heading, for instance, linking to headings, and then it should, I would love this format to work. I'm also looking at a way to link the dedicated link so that you can kind of link only the paragraph. So for instance, if I, this is paragraph, and I should be able to link this particular paragraph, by something along this line, parag, and then this should kind of link to this one, and then I can bring the specific only paragraph back into v0.0.2 as a copy. That's something that I'm working on, but yeah, so this internal change should help me do it more quickly than before. Yes, and then lastly, I just wanted to tell you about the bugs. So you already have seen orphan overlay. The other issue I have is, let's say I'm going to just activate this. Oops. Yeah, okay, it kind of makes sense. Maybe these guys don't have anything, so oops. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not the best of the world at the moment, but anyway. So this is how it's working at the moment, and then if I move focus away, this will kind of work, toggle the transclusion nicely. But if I happen to have two, let's say these are two different buffer. At the moment it's not, it's just referring to the same buffer, but if I move from here to the source without a transclusion, then it works. But if I wanted to move on top side to left downside here, it doesn't toggle the overlay nicely. I mean, it's not a very good demo at the moment because these are two the same essentially same buffer, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm aware of it and I want to fix it. So that's another issue I found doing this. But other than that, it's nice. It's not working kind of okay. So with this, just wanted to reiterate what we have talked about. Highlight is number one. Now we've got the ripple up. Number two, I changed the internal working of sync, so it's now in real-time sync. And you can also have backup, even though you might have disabled it in your system. It works for the source buffer. And I changed internals, so hopefully I can more quickly bring the new functionality to it. And also there's two major bugs that I'm aware and I'm working on. Yeah, with this, that's it, folks. I think I'm going to come back to you hopefully soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.